Joining us now on the debate is Nishtha Gautam. She's an associate fellow at the Observer Research Foundation and an academic at the Delhi University. Also with us is Amita Mula-Vattal, who's a principal at the Springdale School in Delhi. Nishtha, I want to start by asking you, what do you make of this? Because do you think there's any substance at all in the logic that is being given by the Punjab government that if you keep the male teachers away, the female students are going to be safer?
It's very, there's only one word that I have for the entire situation is ludicrous. I mean, it's so farcical that you want to create gender walls, you want to compartmentalize as if the same-sex schools are not enough. You are trying to further the segregation and you are trying to keep the women, again, you know, it's like locking the women out, keep them away from the male gaze because you cannot control the male. You know, why can't you just punish the perpetrators? Why can't you put the perverted teachers behind the bars if they are caught doing so, rather than, you know, giving this blanket order of shunting out all the male teachers?
And absolutely, yeah. In fact, Ms. Vattal, as a educationist, I want to ask you, what do you think should really have done? Because here a wrong precedent has been set. Instead of putting in place guidelines which would ensure the safety of the girl students in schools, you've simply taken away any sort of male interaction that they could possibly have even with their own teachers.
Firstly, I would say that there are very few males in India in school education. In fact, the males that you have normally are at smaller towns. In bigger towns, there are very few males because they feel that, you know, it's not financially viable. So in any case, I think we need to bring in more males into learning because we have to bring in ideas of equity and equality. We have to bring in a certain equilibrium and an understanding of the diversity of the other. So the very fact that we're living in the 21st century and we're getting involved with these kind of medieval attitudes itself has to be exploded, because the 21st century talks about skills, it talks about connecting with people at all levels, it talks about men and women working together shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand. And so I think as the other speaker just said, I think you can't throw out the baby with the bathwater. If there are, firstly, males are required in schools. It's very important because they're important role models. Males are required at so many levels of science, of mathematics, in sports, even to help out when there are big programs in schools, because everybody has their own. I'm not saying females aren't good at maths and science. It's just that you need to have a kind of a blend, a kind of a mix. So to completely move out males is extremely wrong. And if, as was said earlier,
ladies, just stay with me for a minute because I want to bring in some of the reactions that we got through the day. This move of the Punjab government has understandably invited a lot of ridicule. These are some of the reactions that we got.
I think this approach of banning male teachers in girls' school is absolutely disgusting. And male and female are two important wheels of life. They cannot be segregated. And this is almost like Talibanization of the whole pattern.
पंजाब में गर्ल्स स्कूल में पुरुष शिक्षकों को बैन करना उचित नहीं मानता। आज तक की परंपरा रही है, चाहे लड़कों की स्कूल हो या लड़कियों की स्कूल हो, समय मेल और फीमेल दोनों टीचर के रूप में पढ़ाते रहे हैं। मैं समझता हूँ कि सरकार को इस तरह के निर्णय लेना उचित नहीं मैं मानता हूँ।
Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. If the male and female can sit in the parliament together, if the male and female can study together in a college, then why in a school the male people should be banned? It is unfortunate and it should not have been done.
यदि बार-बार लड़कियों के छेड़छाड़ के मामले सामने आते हों, तो मैं सोचती हूँ कि इस कदम को मैं बुरा नहीं मानूंगी।
In fact, let me come back to you, Nishtha. Girija Vyas, we just heard her. We said they've got an increasing number of cases where the teachers turn out to be the predators in schools, and since they are role models, the children look up to them. If you move the male teachers out, the number of actual cases would go down. What would you say to Girija Vyas?
I would just like to ask Madam Vyas, what would happen to the boys in a school if a perverted teacher is shunted out from a girls' school and sent went out to a co-educational or an all-boys school, because here we seem to be suggesting that child abuse is only it's only confined to the female sex, and the boys are they're not a danger. So I think that's a very it's quite a laughable position.
Or that the predator can only be a male teacher.
Or a male teacher, it's just trying to vitiate the entire thing, and it reminds me of a comment that Farooq Abdullah had made, that just because now it'll the complaints filed by female employees would vitiate the working atmosphere, and they would not find jobs anywhere because the male employers would be wary of employing them. So I think it brings us back to this entire issue of compartmentalizing and segregation of sexes.
Absolutely, because when you segregate them, there will be absolutely no interaction. You might think that will keep them safe, but it will actually end up warping the interaction between the sexes. Amita Mullah Bhattal, final word from you. What should the Punjab government actually have done instead of this bizarre move?
No, as I said earlier, firstly, I want to make one quick point, which is that are we trying to say that women do not prey on girls? I mean, there have been so many instances of women teachers being sexually abusive towards girls. So by that parameter, we should have nobody in schools. So that's one important point, because there have been cases which have come up where women have harassed girl children or male children. The other thing is, as I said earlier, let's put in regulators, let's shame them, let's clean the schools out of people, out of teachers who are abusive towards children, whether they're male or they're female. But you can't possibly do a thing like this. It's extremely sort of medieval to act in this fashion during the 21st century, when we want our girls and our boys to be equal, to come together, to work together. They'll never understand that whole idea of how it is to live with a young man, to understand his or her needs. They will not understand each other's attitudes. They will not understand how a male adult reacts. So I think it's very important that we look at this whole idea holistically.
Okay.
We're merely creating schisms and ghettoizing situations where you have a female ghetto and a male ghetto, and I think that's terribly sad.
Absolutely. We're wondering if Harsimrat Kaur Badal, who said that she would look into the issue, is listening to this, whether there'll be a rethink on the entire proposal. For the time being, Nishtha Gautam, Amita Mullah Bhattal, thank you very much for joining us on the Bulletin.